Hi guys, this is Raj from the Safety Experts Academy. Now, I'm sure you guys are out there being challenged. You're working, you're trying to provide for your family. At the same time, you work very hard, but you don't have time and opportunities to advance yourself. And when you do, you don't want to fail the exams because it's your hard-worked money as well as your time. Right? Because I see a lot of people taking exams and failing. So I put together this just to give you some tips. Now, I've been there before. I was not very book smart, but I learned how to pass exams. So I'm going to share that with you. Okay? Now, the first thing that you got to do when passing any exam, when thinking about passing any exam, you got to understand this. There are people who are unsuccessful. They always say, oh, but I don't know how to do this, and then they just stop. They give up. They fail. They fail before even taking the exam because they already assume that they don't know. The successful people, on the other hand, if they don't know something, they go find out. They go and read, they go and understand, they go and door knock and ask, how do I do this? They try and digest. So the difference between successful and unsuccessful people, the person who doesn't know stops is unsuccessful. The person who doesn't know and goes to find out becomes successful. The second thing that you need to understand is that unsuccessful people, when they think of certain things, oh, but I don't have the time, I don't have the money to go for revisions, I don't have the money to buy this textbook, I don't have the money to go for e-learning, I don't have the time to study, and then they stop. Again, you're going to be 40 years old, 50 years old, and still not have the time and not have the money. Whereas the successful people, they're in the same boat as you. They didn't have the time, they didn't have the money, but they took a chance and said, okay, if we don't have the time, can I make time? I learned that in the army, right? You make time. Can you eat faster? Can you bathe faster? Can you, instead of watching TV, go do something else? Go study. You make that time. Don't have the money? Invest first. Invest in your course. Invest in your studies. Make that effort. Do it. Right? Don't just assume that, oh, I don't have. Because you'll always be there. Your parents put you through school. Now it's your turn to put yourself in an advanced position. So if you don't have, make it happen. And the last thing that you need, right? A lot of the unsuccessful people, oh, but I'm not a book smart person, I can't do this maths, I'm not that type of person, and they stop. Whereas the successful people, if they're not a mathematician, if they're not a physics expert, if they're not an expert in that field, they find clues to make them good in that. They become someone good at that. They don't just stop. So the successful people know these secrets. I'm sharing them with you, and I really hope that you improve. Now, the next thing that you need to understand are the keys. The keys to success. Now, the keys to success are having this: heart. Heart and hard work. They go hand in hand. You need to have the determination to go through. It's not going to be easy. Your friends are going to call you, hey, come out, let's go out on a Saturday and Sunday while you're studying, just before your exams. What do? You go out. And then you fail. And then you say, oh, I failed because the exam was too tough. No, it's because your attitude was bad. You didn't have the heart. You didn't have the hard work behind it. You want to achieve something? Have heart. And put in the hard work. You got to be open, right? Life gives you lessons everywhere. Life gives you mentors and teachers everywhere. You got to be open enough to find and ask. You got to be open enough to know that, okay, I don't know this, how can I find out? You got to be open enough. You got to listen. When someone is talking to you and teaching you or training you, and again, I say this, not the frog in the well teaching the other frog in the well. When someone outside is trying to throw you a ladder, listen. Give give them some time, listen to them, see what they have to say, how they can advance you or your career. Okay, you got to listen. And when it comes to exams and it comes to studying, you got to focus. Now, a lot of times people are unproductive because when at work, they're thinking about play. And when at play, they're thinking, oh, I've done something, I've not done something, what am I doing? So they're neither doing their work well, nor are they playing well. So at work, concentrate on your work. When you're there studying for your exam, concentrate on your studies. Don't get distracted by your friends, don't get distracted by work, don't do anything else. And mindset. You got to have a positive mindset. And here's the thing that I learned. Even if you fail forward. You don't have to start all over again. You already know something. I mean, imagine if you now start walking, you fall down, don't tell me you're going to start crawling. You're going to stand up and start walking again. So you got to fail forward. So you have to use this mindset in a positive way. No use complaining about anything. Just get it done. Just get time to study. Lock yourself away. If you think it's too much distraction at home, go outside. Don't blame your family. Don't do it purposely. Just say, look, I need time to go and study. I need time to do this. So have a positive mindset. And the last thing that you need to do is ask. Again, don't ask the people who are in the same boat as you. They're not going to be able to give you advice, even if they want to. They'll try, but they don't know the world outside. Ask someone who's already been there and done that. Right? Ask people, how do I get there? What do I need to do? How do I need to overcome this situation? Ask. They might not realize that they have the answer, but when you ask, they'll give you some clarity. They'll tell you what to do. Right? Because if you don't ask, they're going to carry on along their way. If you don't ask me, I'm just going to carry on. Right? So these are the ways that you can pass your exams. You made that investment. Don't waste that money. Right? Just think of your son or your daughter, your family waiting for you. They're waiting for your success. So don't lose out. This is Raj, the safety expert.